Yeah, that's right, that's right. That's why you make such a nice hyperlapses. Yeah, that's right. Because you're awesome. Hyperlapse. Well, now that you witnessed me making out with my little orange brick right here, I want to talk to you guys about hyperlapse on the Autel Evo 2. Welcome back to my channel. It's the 808 state right over here. And if this is the first time to my channel, please don't forget, like, subscribe, and hit the bell if you want to see more about Autel, about drone tech related stuff, gear reviews, and YouTube tips and tricks. Autel Evo 2 Hyperlapse, probably one of the best modes that I like because I'm a huge astrophotography kind of guy, I'm a huge time-lapse kind of guy, and there's always this debate. Is it a hyperlapse? Is it a time-lapse? What actually is it? In my eyes, it's actually not a hyperlapse, it's actually a time-lapse. Why? Because a hyperlapse is a sped up imagery of a video where they remove frames. While on a time-lapse, it takes a picture every so often during traveling of the distance because time elapses and you're taking pictures and you're putting it together and you're pretty much speeding up the process of wherever you're traveling in a slower speed. Hyperlapse, on the other hand, is the total opposite. You travel fast, you take off a couple of those frames and you actually speed it up. And that's a hyperlapse to just accelerate the way of travel. You have two modes on this hyperlapse. You have the hyperlapse in 5.4K and you have the hyperlapse in 4K. While in hyperlapse 5.4K, your picture will be taken every 4 seconds. So that means your traveling distance will be longer by almost twice the amount. So will be the traveling time. So while doing a 5.4K hyperlapse, I would say make sure that your distance and your battery life is sufficient enough for you to return home, because if not, you're going to end up landing somewhere or losing the drone, or the drone is too far away. Even if you stay within visual line of sight, she just doesn't have enough power to return back home to you. I prefer to do the 4K, even though with the 5.4K you have a bigger array of imagery. The reason why I prefer the 4K is because you can have, for a 8-second video of a hyperlapse, you can produce way more hyperlapses during that time of your battery life, which is usually for 8-second videos. One battery life is going to last you for 3 of those hyperlapses while she travels, if you do travel against wind, depending on circumstances. So it could be 2 to 3, so don't quote me on it. Another good part about the hyperlapse that I really like about it is that once the hyperlapse is completed, the Autel Explorer app actually crops the image and stabilizes it for you and creates an MP4 file for you ready to use as a hyperlapse. Now, if you prefer not to do that at all, you can also choose to go within the folder and scroll down and look at all your imagery that you have underneath that created MP4 file. With that, that's the original. But you're going to see here that actually the footage is a little bit more rough and up and down going. It's not stabilized. If you are a good editor and you know how to stabilize your clips that you created out of that imagery, your crop might fall out a little bit smaller. The way that I'm trying to tell you is that usually you have a square. Within that square, it crops in a little bit more to make up for any type of movement that is in there. And that's stabilized footage. You can create that on your own in your hyperlapse. Besides those things, you will be able to actually move the hyperlapse. So meaning you don't have to do a stationary, because stationary hyperlapses, they look nice, they're all good, and it's not really a big problem to do stationary hyperlapses. But you have to remember now that any moving of an imagery is always more appealing to the viewer. So when you do want to do a hyperlapse and it's stationary, height is your best friend. You want to go up higher, because if you go too low and you have obstacles lined up on your horizon, you're going to see that the drone is actually traveling in the air and she's moving up and down. So meaning that some of the imagery, even though there's stabilization within it, you're going to see the movement of that horizon. So the higher you go, up to like 350 feet, 400 feet, you're going to see barely any movement, and it makes the hyperlapse look way better. Besides that, clouds. Clouds is your best friend, because we are on a drone stuff, so we're going to do hyperlapses from landscape and traveling around. Clouds are actually your best friends if there is clouds, because clouds will actually make your image move. It gives you movement on your horizon. It looks nice. People love to watch it, because in real time, what is so fascinating about it is that in real time you barely get to see clouds move in that shape, because you're looking up, maybe 5 seconds, that thing barely moved. So now with the hyperlapse, you're going to be able to see how these thunderclouds pile up, how they go, how they dissipate, whatever it is. Another thing you have to remember is that when you do a hyperlapse, you have to calculate that the time of your battery life is going to last, so that you're going to finish this hyperlapse and that the app actually can process it. But let's say you run out of battery life prior to that and you want to return it home, and you exit your hyperlapse a few frames prior or 20 pictures prior to even finishing it. The Autel Explorer app will not create a stabilized function. Now you will have to go back into that folder, because every single time you start a hyperlapse, Autel will start a new folder every single time. Now, with that being said, in that folder where you weren't able, or where the Autel Explorer app wasn't able to create a new hyperlapse for you stabilized already, you can go in there now with your editing program and import all those pictures to create your own hyperlapse, stabilize it, and you still have the footage there, even though your Autel Explorer apps did not finish it. Now, all in all, I prefer, if I do make stationary hyperlapses, I prefer to go with the 5.4K or 5.4. Yeah, it's pretty much the resolution shows up as 5.4K. As a 5.4K hyperlapse itself, because you have a wider array of view than the 4K, the 4K screen and the 5.4K, obviously. And as a stationary, because you only take in every 4 seconds, you're going to preserve battery life instead of traveling. In order to travel with your hyperlapse while being in hyperlapse mode itself, once you start the mode, you just press any direction of your stick. It can be up, it can be down, it can be sideways, it can be diagonal, it can be forward, it can be backwards. It doesn't really matter, because as long as you push the stick and you have your speed set, mine's one is usually set to 2 miles per hour, and you hold the button on the bottom left, which is the A button, you go into cruise mode. Now the drone will travel at the given direction from the joystick. So you can even create circles if you wanted to, even though there is an orbit hyperlapse. But what if you wanted to do a circle outwards, so that you're pretty much looking outwards while the drone travels this way, which is a nice view too. It takes a little bit of practice, but the more you do it, the more better it gets. Besides that part, I really prefer to use manual settings, because if you do go into auto settings such as auto exposure and auto ISO, you're going to have fluctuation based on lighting. So now if there's clouds traveling in front of the sun or your light source, it will come brighter or darker on its own. While on the opposite way, if you set your stuff in a manual way, just like with any other photography, and you set it into manual mode and you say my aperture I want it to be this and my ISO I want it to be that, then you're going to be able to actually create a stable image of constant flow of lighting. Meaning that even with the clouds coming in, your picture will not fluctuate being brighter or lower, which in hyperlapse, in my eyes, can make a big difference. That's pretty much it for Autel Evo 2 hyperlapse. If you guys enjoyed this episode, please don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the bell. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, how you guys set up your guys' hyperlapse. Maybe even send me a link inside there to your own hyperlapse. I'm cool with that too. Don't forget, COVID-19 is still out there to get you. Be a nice human. You never know what another person went through. Wear your mask, wash your hands. Hello, everybody. Such a nice hyperlapses. Yeah, that's right. Because you are awesome. Hyperlapse. Hyperlapse. Abba. Wah, wah, wah. Do we have sound? Sound. Sound check. Sound. Sound. Do we have sound? Yeah, we have sound. The ultimate Autel versus DJI.
Wow, we're gonna fight. We're gonna do drone war. Yeah. Shush him down.
What do you mean the camera was on? No way.